Alrighty, we are live. Hey kids, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David? Brian? Now today we're not so much building it as organising it. I got my stuff into the my place. Hellfire, keen to get onto the streams, and man, at the end of the day, I've totally failed to organise my bench. So in a lot of cases, I don't know what's where. And whilst yesterday I was getting a bit frustrated by the kit itself, it dawned on me that, maybe a bit of organisation wouldn't hurt. So I'm taking care of business. And this is right the way down to, I'm not even entirely sure that I know which kits. I've lost my bloody assembly instructions for the, let's organise, people. Let's get some shit happening. In the meantime, whilst I am organising, do feel free. Yeah, you can see I'm getting serious. I'm rolling these sleeves up here. My golly. Do feel free to tell me what you're working on. And if you like, you could potentially, if you've got a camera set up for yourself, you could potentially flick you on so you can show us what you're working on. Now, first things first, we all know, regardless of anything, we all know what's going to come along here, don't we, kids? Yeah, hello. Ooh. Now, at this juncture, our desk is done. Fun fact, I got all of this is at least modelling stuff. That much I do know, with the exception of Stewie. I'll put him somewhere else probably. Anyway, but now that I've done that, I've got a whole stack of knick-knackery to put away on another table, which is actually ultimately going to be my lounge table. But over, that's the weapons. Yeah, there we go. Right there by the door, you can see it's absolutely... That's my objective for this afternoon. Back to this, though. Oh, hey, Stephen, how are you doing? Now, all right, let's get into here. First, I want to get kits isolated and identified. Stewie, get the fuck out of here. Now, in here, what do I have? All right, now, photo etch for a Lank B3, Mark III, or B3 rather. I have had plans to do a whole stack of Lanks. I will do another one at some stage. What are these? Lank seat belts. Dear, oh dear, kids. This is from a Mustang kit that I accidentally trod on that, so I had to purchase the kit again. But I'm keeping it because of the lights, which might be advantageous when it comes to doing a Mini Cooper S that I want to set up in the way the original movie was. Now, all of this, I'm going to pop over here for the time being. 109 Mustang. Small bit of Mustang. We are going to want our blue box of bits. This should all be 109. Now, we're going to go through that in a minute. Mustang. All right. Well, with Mustangs right there, we'll do it now. What the hell? Where's the file case? Here's the file case. Dear, oh dear. Unfettered carnage. And I haven't even... Hey, I tell you, people. Hey. Now, although, this is one of those things. I don't know about you guys, But here's another one. Plectrum. Why have I got a plectrum on my modelling desk? I don't even use plectrums anymore. I'm a finger player. Okay, yes, that's Mustang now. Easiest way here, let's just rummage and look for the things that should not be there, if you follow me. Now, that's correct. All right, all of that is as it should be, I believe. Well, sort of. And we are missing some of the decals. So we'll keep an eye out for them. Hang on. Yeah, we're missing some of the decals. Not in there. Just make sure they're not in the lid. All right, so we'll keep an eye out for them. Now, some of this is, what the hell is this? Okay, this would be stuff from our 109 and from the actual kit. That is from a kit we were cannibalizing. And I would suggest this is also the kit that we're working on. This is from something we were cannibalizing. So we'll pop that over to that lot of stuff for the time being. Dearie me. Yeah, that all looks correct. We are lacking I know we got all our decals, jolly good. Excellent. So we've got all that, don't have the assembly instructions. That's our next objective for that one. And the fuselage. Pop that there. All right. Now, I might as well, I actually want to find the blue box for that. Now, can I find the blue box? That's handy. At least I found that easily enough. All right. Now, bing, ding. Could do with clearing that out, you know, because there's a whole stack of shit in there. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with. Now, all right. So we will. Wings, fuselage, propeller. Put that to there. Now, aha! Here's a bit of pay dirt, kids. The remaining decals for the Mustang, and we can now seal that kit. We've gotten all the bits we require for it. Right. I have a cunning plan, you see, kids. What the idea is going to be is that once I've isolated everything, and that's probably as good as it's going to get for the 109, assembly sheets. What I will do is use that far corner of the desk where I'm pointing to here, as I'll sort of have a little pile of them. Whichever kit I'm working on, I'll just pull it out and away I'll go. That's my theory. Let's see how that rolls out in the longer term. Now, oh, this is looking very good. All right, so we've got, I believe that's all our 109 stuff. Excellent. This is good. Now, by the looks of it, we're all pretty solid. on our Mustang. Yep. I think the only thing I'm lacking is the assembly sheets. I'm concerned that they may be in a box, and if so, the point, or the bigger issue is which box. But we'll happily roll with the notion that this is all our Mustang car parts. Now, and bam. And what was the lid up of that from? That's it, this one. Alrighty, now, this is good. This is very good. Get that out of the way. Now, something that, in fact, now you're going to see what my theory is for this. We're going to want them don't want to have to stretch for them, so about there. Now this is from another kit that we're about to put over there, being the Viking. Now, yes, all good there. In you go. Boom. That's that taken care of. All right. Now, so all the kits can stay there, and I think what the plan will be is when I'm not working on them, there's my spot. All right. Next, let's get these paints out of the way. Now, do I have any lacquers out? Happily, no. Yes, I do. One, that's right. Trainer yellow. Become. Now, you ready to catch? Gotcha. And in they go. Now, next. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, let's give me a moment, guys. Gotcha. You can. Oh, I was a bit awky on the back. Now. Right, now we can see what the hell we're looking at. Coins. Really, Rob? What are they doing on your bloody desk, boy? But there's another one over there, I believe. I ask you. There's a few more paints over here. Paints. Thought I saw another one. Rubbing. Yes, I did. There we go. And good. Any more? No. Good. All right. Now we better find shit. Or we can start organizing shit as a layout. Now, next, let's get these coins out of the way, for God's sake. Coins do not belong on a modeling desk. Or maybe they do, I don't know. Now, this is my bloody tag from hospital. Why am I keeping this? What the hell, Rob? What are you doing? Let's stick them there for the time being. Coins go over there. Hey, yo. Now. Let's get a bit more realistic. Creating some cutting area. Then a few other bits and bobs are going to happen. Now, Excuse me while I'm just going to very carefully keep an eye out. Yeah, we're good. This tried and tested old warrior can come out. That's been my go-to for some time now, as you can probably gather. This one I got mostly as something to put on the inside of the airbrushing booth. So I needed a square one. Now this gives us a good bit of coverage. I'm liking that. I am. Stack them together. We're going to get this toothpick out of the way before I put my bloody hand in. Now, over here, move them to there for the time being. With all of this out of the way, there is a plan coming together here, people. Now, actually, while I'm here, oh, hey, Bassman, how you doing? Now, and up there, I need to do it that way. Yeah, is my weapons rack. Most of them are not live. I've only got, what, 2 live blades there. And some of them are Bokkens, which probably utilized will still collapse the skull for you. But yeah, there's my weapons rack. So yeah, if you have any questions about those weapons as far as what they particularly are and what their use would have been in history, feel free to hit me with them. I do love the blades and such like. Now, sliding this across. Ow! That hurt my ears. Probably hurt you guys too. Jesus. Now I can tell you right now, here, the whole stack of this should not be here. Really, Rob? Okay, now let's see what we have here. And what's more, they're actually two they're meant to be sort of benches. Now these are actually very handy, these cloths, for polishing canopies. Sort of superfluous to need that I don't want to use that anymore. But we'll airbrushing brushes, cleaning brushes. These are, what the hell, man? I'm not getting any modeling done, but I'm sure just by the sheer for fuck's sake, scrape this shit out, guys. Unbelievable. Okay, now that's not the unbelievable bits. Three sets of the same sorts of brush. It's overkill. Fuck's sake. I ask you people. Dearie me. Now, glue. Now, these are my mum's really good tweezers. These are kick-ass. They're really good for, as you can see, because they've got that sharp edge. Really good for precision. Wondered where they'd gotten to. Jesus. Now, I should probably organize a garbage bag very shortly. Because I can see there's going to be a whole stack of that coming up. I think that's dead. They are these are handy for that, if you remember that, yeah, here we go. What are these? These are usually obviously for various functions. I know what some of these are used for. These ones were good brushes that have taken hammering but are still functional for, I think I had one of them put aside for liquid mask, which I'm not a fan of in retrospect. I do have some, but it's a bit problematic, I find. Now, Here's a question you can ask. I can feel free to ask myself. I've got here we go. These two pencil sharpeners. Why do I have this? Let's put these somewhere else, shall we? That would have been off the B-17 kit, I reckon, or some other kit, but it's a gun. No, grab these bits. They may come in handy. They might be handy. Tape. What the hell are these? All right, that too. Now, yeah, these decals. These decals are probably going to be not much chocolate. They'll be dirty as. And what the hell? Why won't this fucking thing come up? Come on now. There we go. I don't even know what I put them on, so I'm just going to get rid of them. All right, let's get a bag, and I'm going to get rid of that. And then, the first part I can even... Aha! Now, the question will be... Bit that way, bit that way. That's how we're going to do this. I didn't even have that set up for a year. I used to have two sorts of little shelves, being these. All right. Now, have I got a bag handy? Unfortunately not. Now, so while I'm up, I'm going to turn the aircon off. It's getting quite toasty. And up we get. Now, I can't believe that for a full year, those two shelves I just basically left sitting inside each other while I was at Marden. That is so slack. Never mind. Now, here we go. Now, once I've got this done, as far as emptied out this little bit of garbage and put those shelves thing, there's a whole tub immediately to my left that you guys can't see that we've got to go through and organize as to what goes where. There's also two drawers immediately to my right that will be, as far as where I will be sitting, that we're going to be putting to use. So we're going to start taking stuff out, grouping it together, yada, yada, yada. These are the plans. I've even got some... ouch. Ayo. Ow. Here we go. Yeah. What else? Yeah, some kit stuff here that needs to be you'll see. The actual one was a kit that didn't get successfully transported from through a move, not this one, but the previous move. But I could turn into a diorama because the actual aircraft in question did get shot down on its last mission, which it has the markings for. So I could conceivably utilize that. I think I'm going to try and do here, can I? Yeah, I'm not a fan of just letting pins fall where they may. They are sharp little fuckers. Not even a fan of letting toothpicks fall where they may, because they not getting that one. All right. I could have had a toothpick lodge itself into one of my big toes on one occasion, long ways. And ever since then, I've been very wary of toothpicks. Now we'll need to grab this, get all of this over here. And then, right. This is the bottom of a Lancaster. What the hell? Now, next. All right, let's see. Known. Okay, glues. Softens. Related to cements because it dissolves. Masks. Right. Tape. I'm going for just to try to get some general collectives here, as you can gather. Now, what do we have here? What do we have here? Christ. Right, varnish. Pop that there for the time being. What else do we have here? More of these. Tape. All the tape can go into the one thing. Tweezers do not go in the same thing as tape. No, they do not. This is for bloody photo etch. It is not with tape. Why is it in the tape thing? See, this is the carnage I speak of, people. Dearie me. Tell you. Now, garbage bag. Hey, yo! I might not be getting much modelling done, but I'm feeling very productive for what it's worth. All right. Maybe builds. Oh, for fuck's sake! You know how I showed you that I had 3 batches of brushes? Let's go for 4. For fuck's sake! Really? Geometry set. Not quite sure why I have a geometry set. Actually, yes, I do know why I have a geometry set. It's good for working out the angles, but what the hell? Now, crystal clear rubber bands. All right. These cotton wool buds can go with these cotton wool buds. Who would have thought that, eh? That's glue. The rubber bands I'm going to pop here for the time being, just so as I can see what's where. Right. Files. I just want to get everything in front of me so I can go, right, now I'm going to pop this here, 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 and here. You know what I mean? Screw cutters. This is actually an airbrush thing. It's good for cleaning out nozzles. This little device. So we'll put that with the brushes. Screw cutters. Now, not quite sure why I've got that. Put that somewhere else. Saw. More photo etch stuff. Clamps. Or a clamp. Painting board. That's the back of, that's what covers the power supply on, or the power cable when it's stored on the, whatchamacallit. That is the term. Whatchamacallit. Spraying booth. But I don't put it back on, obviously. Now, what do we have here? Keep that. I'm not quite sure what the hell this is. Actually, I do use that, but that's part of my weathering stuff. Pop it over here, I guess. Another board for photo etch. More tweezers. More photo etch stuff. Rulers. Right. And oh my god, that is that drawer now at a point where I can start putting stuff away. Now I reckon I will put, certainly that can go in. Now, first I'm actually going to have a look what's in the other drawer. Okay, let's get that sort of cleared out as well. Blue tack. More geometry. More of that. I knew I had a separate little container for all my tweezers and pliers and stuff. Or a separate little box to the one that has, there we go. Bing. Much happier. What do we got here? That would be more flat. Alrighty. Now, decal setter. Glue. Fuck's sake. So much shit. Now, you can see why I was more glue. What I mean with that, I've been completely disorganized. So this is just the starting point, by the way. Okay, what else do we have in here? Now that's sort of useful. There. You go with them. There, in which case this can be used for them. All right. All right. A lot of this is about to disappear, kids, because this second drawer down, there's two drawers to the right of where I sit. More tape, out you come. Now, a large part of that second drawer down is where I like to store, or once when I was organized, my photo etch, all nice and neatly stashed away in the one little spot. So now I will know where the fuck it is. No more will I be going, gee, where's this? It's here, where it should be. Right, where's the hold and fold? There's the hold and fold. Now, what's in this box? That's airbrush stuff. actually. This is a very important tool. I've got a mechanical thing that goes with. And actually, here, these are not the files for the job, but I'm going to put some. How many of these will actually fit in here? Yes, the pencils won't. This will. This is just photo etch stuff that I want a nice, neat little box for that. Good. Good. It's all coming together, people. Now, this I'll put in the photo etch box though. I'll put these in with, well, they're files, but I'll put them in with the tweezers and stuff. Right. This geometry stuff, which I don't actually use that often, go down here too. The tape can go in the first drawer. And this tweezers, and we will put our sprue cutters there. Oh, organisation. Yeehaw! Now I'll leave this out. All right. They need to go away, don't they? Now the airbrush stuff, I have a bit of an idea. Actually, no, I don't. I just realised something else. That is technically photo etch stuff because I use it for the pencils that are on the photo etch. Now, we're going to put our airbrush cleaning stuff. Let's see. Do I have a convenient? Actually, I might. Give me a moment. Aha! All right, here we go. Bam. Bam. That's good. That can just go in the drawer. Yep, boom. There we go. Nice and easy. All right. Now, next, we're going to go. Okay, we've got a whole tub of stuff here. What is in this box? There's probably nothing in this box, just for the record. And they say I'm just a pretty bloody face. So what's it even in there for? Oh, it's a nice box. Wake up to yourself, son. Now, get that out of the way. These are the lights from our spraying booth. So we'll pop them to the side. Now, this is the kit that I was telling you that didn't make that transport successfully, and that I could conceivably turn into a diorama. You can see one of the wings has come off and yada yada. Pop that over to there. I have the other wing and some of the other bits. The other wing. Now here I have part of a 1:48 stag hound. I'll show you something. This is kind of cool, and why I should really get back to it. this stag hound was given to me, and whilst it gave you the options on having the doors open and everything, it gave you no detail whatsoever. Around the same time, I was given a 1:48 T34 that didn't have all the parts. And so I cannibalized the engine, and that's actually the T34 engine that I've sort of used as a engine for the stag hound, and it's come up reasonably well, I think. And I made the interior. Now I've just got to make the actual steering wheel. I've got the bits to finish that off. I should probably do so because it could look quite cool. I digress. In the meanwhile, we'll pop that over to, or up here. Now, here's some more of those. Let's see what else we got here. Dear, oh dear. Now, that goes to there. One of the wheels. More. There's about half, even down to the aerial. The fact that that's come off the way it has would look good on the diorama, just like crack. You know. I am thinking that would be an option. I need to have a look at what the actual crash site looked like. Here's another one that I haven't really. I've almost finished, but yeah, just yeah, you know. And it's this, and all the issue is, the thing that's pissing me off is that getting this into there with its canopy in position is an absolute bitch, and it's been pissing me off. I've been lazy, but for the time being, we'll pop that there. Now, I used to keep my assembly sheets for some reason. I know a lot of people do, but have I looked at any of them? No. Should I turf them? Probably. And finding more and more bits from the Halifax. Boom. Now these are big brushes. I bought this airbrush cleaning kit, and what I thought when they said airbrush, I thought they meant our size airbrush. No, they meant the full-sized industrial. And I've got these, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I don't need them on my desk. Now there's a whole stack of paint pots. Boom. Now, got back to the point of having carnage again, but this is okay. That's okay. Now, tracing paper. I had a theory with it that didn't work on how I was going to try and do something, but yes. Now, bandage. I don't need bandage. Here's something that's handy. Scrape this shit out. This is something I've inherited from my mother. A compass cutter. So yeah, for all those occasions that you want to do a perfect circle. From 10 to 150. Boom. So yeah. One of a number of fine. Now that reminds me. Oh Jesus. I should put my micrometer and compass cutter in the drawer where I can find them. Put these tweezers where they belong. Dearie me. Now, that's glue that my mum would use. Different sort of glue to ours. I don't need that. I will pop that somewhere. There for the time being. What do we have in here? Pencils. What's this? Oh, Jesus. Zapper Gap. Yeah, I don't use that anymore. Zapper Gap's this really fast binding glue that you use when you use these are various pens that I will put somewhere else. What's it called? It's the stretchy stuff you use to make do rigging. But on the whole, I'm not a fan of it. I prefer to utilize crystal clear and model cast and rigging now. More glue. Dear oh dear, eh? Now, box. Pop over to here. Anything useful there? What's in here, eh? Part of a B17. A clamp. Something else. Dear oh dear. This stuff over here I do have a plan for, as far as there's a little mound of oddments I have. Glasses. Now they're not these. Okay. What's this? Another novelty from my mother. Now, give me a moment. Dear oh dear. Okay. Now, give me a moment. Get these out of the way. Another bit from the Halifax. Now, I know where I'm going to put that for the time being. This is the stuff I used to use, Zapper Gap with, Easy Line. Not a fan of it. I prefer model casting these days, so I might as well as put them somewhere else. I know where I can put them. That will also go out somewhere else because I don't use it. This is another. That's the this, boys and girls, is a compass where you can etch out various depths and stuff with a pencil. So, like, this is a full-on industrial job that my mum would have had. Nice one, Mum. Keep that handy. Second drawer. What do we got here? Nothing particularly useful. More paint pots, if you'd have thought it was possible. Yo. This thing that is probably not that handy, so I may as well as not. Blades to be kept out of the reach of children. Why? They're going to learn. Now, I can tell that there's a whole stack more of other modeling stuff like my weathering that I have not located. What that means, okay, I have a cunning plan, kids, but these will go down into the drawer. Let's attend to this matter immediately in front of us. Because wherever the weathering stuff is where the Mustang assembly instructions are. This will be handy partly for the occasional act of random violence, on a small scale, of course, but also because I wouldn't mind getting a mandrel, which is one of those things that you can make rings, circles with. So therefore, you can just tap out whatever size circle you want. Boom. Another tool from my mother. Now, okay, get them over here for the time being. Now, bag. Where's the bag? That would be in the shed. So, what we're going to do, we'll pop that up to there as well. All the Halifax stuff can go up there. And this is surfacer. All right. I can get rid of that. That's not a big drama now. Right. Now, over to here, we grab these toothpicks. This. Move that out of the way for a moment. Move those out of the way. That across to there. That across to there. I do not need that there. That's what we're going to do now. Is there we go. Right. Now, you come here. Right. Now we're getting places. Okay, so next. I want that. The things I'll always say now, I might as well get those out of the way. I'll put them somewhere, don't know where, but get them out of the way for the time being. Anything that I'm not going to be, I'll pop just over here. And that too. Oh, look, some of the stuff you can get around is pretty amazing. Now, don't really use this water texture. I got that to do a window, but these days I'd use crystal clear. Crystal clear is a bit of a go-to for so many purposes for me. Now, nor do I use this type of airbrush thinner, so all of that can go out to the laundry area, I think. Probably as good a spot as any for a lot of it. I don't need all of these out at one time. I might as well keep the files out because they're pretty common use, as are that and that. Right. We're going to put that away somewhere for the time being. Here's where we're going to put it. Second drawer down for the time being. Now we'll keep these out because I've got to use them a fair bit. Now, let's... all right. I don't always use these either, so we'll put them away. And them. Okay, they can go up to there. There. get both of those out. All right, we're starting to get a bit of shape. This is good. Keep them out. Pop them into there. Now, what I can do, just bam, 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 bam. Getting there now. Yes, Robin. Now, I'll need to put that on that side. That's where I'd be going. Or actually, maybe that side. Yeah, okay. That can go over to there. All right. Now, oh my God. I can almost see where I might be needing to reach for stuff. What's where? Who would have thought? Well, this is a bit good, kids. At least I think so. It's making me a happy camper. Now, next, that can go to there. They can go to there. That can go to. Oops, days. Yeah, it's a bit of a tower, isn't it? Now, right, last stretch over there. More cement. Dear, oh dear. Oh, that'll go there. All right. Giggity. All right. So, next, that can go to there. Pop that away. Then this goes to the bin. And then, I can start fresh bits of bloody paper. Why am I keeping them? Goggles I want to keep conveniently on hand. All right. And we're going to pop them to there. Surfacer to there. Right. Winner. Oh my God, I can see shit, guys. Now, as I said, I am aware, however, that there are things I am missing. Now, what I might also want to consider seriously is how many of these do I really need to have out at a time? Come on now. Half a dozen tops. This is ridiculous. Now, what I might do, That'll do it. I can keep these, I guess, so that if when they start getting hammered or whatever, I can just turf them and boom. But I don't need all of them out on the desk at one time now, do I? And in fact, even that's ridiculous. Let's just turf these, for God's sake. Yeah, let's keep it in our pants. How many we got there? We'll put a few more aside, and that should be in abundance for the next bloody millennium. All right. I had no idea I had that many. It's utterly ridiculous and quite needless. That's going to make life a lot easier on the organisation front straight away. As a quick little aside, this is the stuff I use for my... I'd mentioned that I had tried using EasyLine. This is what I use now, model casting. It does cost a bit, and you do need to order it, but it's the balls. It's good stuff. It is a little bit flexible, but not overly so. And at that point, it's a winner in my eyes. Now. Oh, that wasn't meant to happen. What we'll do, I just emptied all my brushes. What we'll do, just pop that there. All right. That can go there too. That. Look at this for organisation. Now, probably got more than those that I need and all. Never mind. They need to go in a bag, or the bag that I have in mind for them, and they will. Oh my God. This stuff here to the right isn't going to be here. I'm just going to yoink that away. But ultimately, I can now actually, because all of that's going away as well, these will be here. They need to be here. This needs to be here as part of the cleaning for airbrushes. And, oh my God, I can find shit. I know where stuff is. I know that that's the Viking. That's the Mustang. As in the aircraft, Mustang car, BF109A. I am currently lacking the assembly sheets for the car, and I'll need to put that and a couple of other bits aside in one of the cupboards. I know where I'm going with those, so that's all good. All right, it's all coming together, or it has all come together. All righty. Oh, that's a bit good. It really is. Now, what I'm going to do, there is other stuff, as I said, and I want to find that, but that's not so much a thing I can do on the stream. It's a question I'm going to have to sort of have a bit of a look and a bit of a think. If I find the assembly sheets for the car, we'll do the Boss Mustang tomorrow. Do some painting. If I do not, we will attempt to get the wings onto the Mustang whilst also getting the wings ready on the 109. That will be the plan. There's our options on that front. All right. Now, here's another thing I'm going to do while I think too. This is a bag of Hang on, there's a few things in here I might want to consider. Oh, dearie me, Rob. Only a couple of things, though. First, oh no, we're good. Yeah, that's just airbrush stuff, really. But also some more surfacer, and this is silver, I would suggest. But more, some of those sprays are really convenient, and I do have a few. They're also in it. So if I can track them down, I reckon we can get onto I'd like to get onto the Mustang tomorrow and do some painting. We'll have to see how we go on that front. Bam. Bam. All right. Boom. All right. Oh, God, my leg's gone really tight. I have to put that up for a bit, I guess. All righty. Now zoom out. It was already zoomed out. All right. Well, that's the organisation pretty much done. Go and look at that, will you? Yeah. I'll put this other stuff away, and I'll try and track down those assembly sheets, because like I said, I'd like to get onto the Mustang tomorrow. Now, the only thing about the way I've got this set at the moment is that when the airbrush booth comes into play, I will need to make some adjustments, but that's not that big a deal. However, we can now happily go, look at that. I know where everything is. And once this is out of the way, it'll be much clearer. And as you can also imagine, once those other bits at the other end are out, much clearer. And it'll be a nice clear desk. And that is what you want. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I'm sure it wasn't particularly informative, but it might give you some ideas for your own desk. I can't believe some of the shit I found. I've forgotten all about doing the engine on that, excuse me, stair count. So I might want to get back to that at some stage, I guess. Can't even think where I put the bloody pieces. They're somewhere. But yeah, anyway, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. First time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. Oh, well, glad you got a good time, Bassman. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. Now, on the topic of first time viewers, other platforms. Oh, mate, it helps to have an area where you know. I honestly wasn't sure where things were, and now I've still got to find stuff, but anyway, at least now I can go right here. Now, what was I going to say? I was telling people about other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And now tomorrow, yes, I said, if I can get the assembly sheets found, I think we're doing the Mustang car. If not, we're going to see about getting the wings onto the fuselage of both the Mustang aircraft and the 109. This is the plan. And I will be back tomorrow. Yes, I will. So all that's really left to say is that I'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous.